This is a Wellsville Central School District video production.
In this video, we want to look at the reporting information that eDoctrina can provide for the assessments that we have administered to students. So from our teacher dashboard, we're going to click on Reports. Once again, we come to the filtering component, which, if we haven't reset everything, should take us to our ELA mock test that we are using for these video examples. So let's look at a couple of the reports that are available to us. The first one we want to look at is an item analysis report. We're going to click on this item analysis and we're going to click OK. We didn't have any excluded questions or things along those lines. So the first thing that we're going to see is that we have an opportunity to export this to a PDF format, and we're going to get a basic overview of the question and the standards and a graph illustrating the number of responses for each of the possible choices that were being offered. This is a quick, detailed item analysis of each question and each standard. The next report that we want to look at is a class summary report. By clicking on the class summary, this is going to populate with all of the students that are attached to this assessment. Once again, you'll notice that we have an option to export this as a PDF, but also to do a spreadsheet format by exporting to Excel. The teacher and students are listed on the left-hand side of the page, and the scores that they received with the number they had out of a possible total and the percentage are listed on the right-hand side. As we scroll down, we get other statistical summary information for class average, median, minimum, maximum, and so on, as well as an all teachers report would be for the number of teachers who administered this assessment. Another reporting option is that of an individual student. The format that we're going to use is just a standard format. We'll click OK. This will populate all 17 students that were attached to this mock assessment. Again, we have the ability to export this as a PDF by clicking on that. This breaks down each student's name with the questions and the standards attached in visual form. So for this individual, we have standard for question number 1, what the test answer was, what they gave or provided as an answer, whether it was correct, and the total number of points out of how many. So it is a snapshot of each of the individual student with the question and standards aligned. An additional reporting option that is available to us is the student standards report. By clicking on the student standards report, this is going to give us a breakdown of the alignment for each student and the standard that the assessment was looking at. So for this standard option, what we're going to do as an example is we're going to show the total points that the student received out of how many, and then we do want to add a color scheme to determine which students were at a low level in an attempt to reach the standard. Once again, we click OK to generate this report, and what this report will do is give us a breakdown of the standards, the number of points attached to each of those standards, and then the student points that were earned in accordance with their name and their average. So by looking through this, we can get a quick identification of which students and which standards were not met at a percentage greater than 60. Additionally, we do have the option once again to export this as a spreadsheet format to Excel. This is the student standards report.